All right, today we're going to break down the blueprint for what might just be one of the most in-demand roles in tech right now, the Agentic AI product manager. Look, the whole AI wave is completely reshaping what it means to be a product manager, and this is your guide to getting ahead of that curve. Let's jump in.
So here's the plan. First up, we're going to define what this new AI PM role actually is and how it's different. Then we'll unpack a simple three-pillar blueprint to really master it. After that, we'll get into the agentic difference. That's the key tech here. We'll also reveal the superpower of what are called EVALs. If you're feeling just a little bit lost in this huge AI wave that's washing over everything, you are definitely not alone. It's something even the most seasoned pros are feeling. The ground is literally shifting under our feet, and the rules we thought we knew are being rewritten. So the real question isn't if things are changing, but understanding exactly how they're changing.
And that's a perfect lead-in to our first section, because what we're seeing here is a fundamental shift in product management. This isn't just a small tweak or an incremental change. Nope, this is a whole new ballgame. So let's start by looking at the key differences.
Okay, so when you put them side by side, the difference is just wow. A traditional PM, they're focused on features, user experience, and pretty predictable roadmaps. The Agentic AI PM, on the other hand, lives and breathes technical uncertainty. Their job is to take a business need and translate it into a problem that AI can actually solve. It's a huge shift from just writing user stories to defining and managing systems that learn and act all on their own.
So the big question is, how do you actually become this new kind of PM? Well, the source material we're looking at lays out a really clear blueprint, and it's built on three essential pillars. All right, pillar number one, you gotta master the core AI PM skills. This is all about reframing your product vision. It's not just about what the product does anymore. Now you have to think about how it learns, how it reasons. It's about taking a big, fuzzy business goal and turning it into a concrete, solvable problem that a machine learning team can really sink their teeth into. Second, you absolutely have to map the ecosystem. And let's be real, AI isn't just one thing, right? It's this vast, sprawling landscape. You've got foundation models from giants like OpenAI and Meta, you've got MLOps platforms to manage the whole life cycle, and this super complex value chain from data all the way to deployment. A great AI PM knows this map inside and out. And for pillar number three, it's about getting that ML literacy. Now hold on, this does not mean you need to go get a PhD in data science. Not at all. But you do need a solid practical understanding of the concepts, from neural networks to deployment, so you can be that crucial bridge between the super technical world and the business world. Okay, so we've got the blueprint. But what's the tech that's actually driving this massive change? Well, that brings us to Agentic AI. A really key concept that goes way beyond simple automation. We're talking about a whole new territory. So what on earth is it? Well, to put it simply, agentic AI is all about autonomous systems. The real leap here is that these things don't just wait for you to type in a prompt. They're capable of planning things out with multi-step reasoning. They have memory, and they can even use other tools to get complex stuff done. Let's break that down real quick. Multi-step reasoning is just a fancy way of saying it can actually make a plan. Long-term memory lets it learn from stuff that happened in the past. And autonomous tool use? This is huge. It means the AI can go out and use other apps or APIs all by itself. When you put it all together, you get goal-oriented action. You give it an objective, and it figures out how to make it happen. But all this power, this autonomy, it brings up a huge question, right? How in the world do you make sure these AI products are safe, reliable, and actually effective? Well, that's where the superpower of EVALs comes into play. It's the framework that connects that big, exciting vision with some serious accountability. So, an eval is basically an evaluation framework. Think of it like a report card for your AI. And for an AI PM, this isn't something you tack on at the end. No way. This is part of the product's DNA from day one. It's how you measure success, how you manage risk, and how you make sure the product does what you promised it would. These evals usually break down into four key questions you have to answer. First, the functional part. Hey, does this thing actually work? Does it do the job? Then, safety. Is it spitting out harmful or biased stuff? Next, latency. Is it fast enough to be useful, or is it taking forever? And finally, the user experience. Do people actually trust it? Do they find it satisfying to use? All right, that's a lot of theory, so let's make this real. we're going to walk through a mini case study from the source material to see how all these pieces, the AI PM role, the agentic tech, and these evals all snap together. So let's meet our product concept. It's called ACA, which stands for the AI Customer Insight Agent. The big idea here is to help SaaS companies by having an AI that autonomously analyzes their customer support conversations all in real time.
And here's where the vision gets really cool. AIKA isn't just a chatbot that answers questions. It acts as an intelligent teammate. So it's actively monitoring conversations, looking for risks, like a customer who sounds like they're about to cancel, and then it generates actual recommendations for the product team. See that? It's proactive. That right there is agentic AI in a nutshell.
And this is the crucial part. Look how that big, ambitious vision is immediately tied down to reality with evals. Right from the get-go, the PM is saying, this is what success looks like, in hard numbers. We're not just hoping it works. We're defining success as detecting churn with over 90% precision, keeping harmful responses under 0.5%, and getting those insights out in under 1.5 seconds. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? It's this incredibly powerful formula. The source material talks about a method called PRFAQ, where you write a press release and an FAQ for your product before you even build it. It forces you to get crystal clear on the vision. And when you combine that with those hardcore evals, what do you get? You get vision plus accountability. And that, right there, is the secret sauce for great AI product management. And that really leaves us with this one big, kind of mind-bending question to chew on. For decades, the best product managers have been experts at aligning people around a vision. As we look to the future, will the next generation's core skill be aligning autonomous agents instead? It's a profound shift to think about. Thanks for tuning in.